So Egypt's Ministry of Internal Affairs is calling the situation in the country a civil war now, demanding politicians intervene. What do you think can be done at this point?
We have a very serious situation in Egypt. And what was started as the Arab Spring almost 2 years ago in 2011 has somewhat been hijacked by what you might call a combination of the Muslim Brotherhood and Salafist networks. And so now people are seeing that it appears that President Morsi and the Muslim Brotherhood are moving more and more for consolidated political control. And the population is not accepting it. And the demands and the dreams and the aspirations of the Arab Spring from January 2011 have not been met. And the United States, and President Obama in particular, is playing a very bad role. It's clear that we are supporting the Muslim Brotherhood and President Morsi, and we're not providing any leadership for a real solution to the crisis that the people in Egypt and really the whole Middle East and Gulf are facing right now. What
do you think would be a real solution to the crisis in Egypt?
Well, what has to be done is, and this is something that my organization and Mr. Lucia, we've been organizing in Egypt and around the world for many years, you have to have a plan, an alternative plan to the IMF and the World Bank and the money people in the City of London. We have to build we have to have a program for building infrastructure that creates jobs, that brings new energy to the region, that brings water development, agricultural development. The demonstrations that started back in January 2011, much of them were instigated by people not seeing economic mobility, not having enough food. Egypt imports 5 to 7 million metric tons of food. So the lack of a future visionary program for development has been very serious deficiency, and the backing by President Obama of President Morsi has also been a serious deficiency. And so the people are left with nothing but to demonstrate and to try to stop what appears to be a dictatorship, or at least a consolidation of power by the Muslim Brotherhood.
Now, on Wednesday, 4 more of Morsi's advisors stepped down amid the volatility of the situation. How much support does Morsi have at this point, do you think?
I think it's probably now a total of 6 advisors have left Morsi on this question. The Muslim Brotherhood was the best organized machine in Egypt. And that's why when the Arab Spring started in January last year, they were able to really pull off the demonstration. They were a major factor because of their organizational capability. And they still have a very strong organizational capability. Some people who are contacts from the area have told us that they don't think the population is strong enough to counteract the organizational power of the Muslim Brotherhood. But we're in a very unusual political period where nonlinear events are going to be occurring. And I don't think we can say definitively, although it appears that way, but we can't say for sure that Morsi is going to be able to pass this constitution on December 15th. And we also have to look at the fact of what is going on in the rest of the region with the situation in Syria moving closer and closer to war. The entire Middle East Gulf right now is going in absolutely the wrong direction, and unfortunately, the U.S. government is providing no leadership for this. So I am very concerned.
I'd like to jump in with one more question. The chief of Egypt's Constitutional Committee was among those to resign, calling on Morsi to, quote, cancel the constitutional declaration. Do you think that's likely to happen?
Well, I think there's going to have to probably be a lot more demonstrations in Tahrir Square, because I think Morsi is intent on forcing through a vote on this constitution now, I guess about 10 days from now. But I would not rule it out. I mean, if the people, you have middle-class people, you have students, you have secular groups, you have the leftover apparatus from Mubarak, these people are not satisfied after 2 years that they've been given what they want. And sometimes you cannot quell the aspirations of people so easily. So even though it looks like Morsi and the Muslim Brotherhood have the upper hand, my instincts tell me that we can't simply say that's going to happen given the volatile nature of this political period.
All right, we have to leave it there. Lawrence Freeman from the Executive Intelligence Review. Thanks for your time.